Hello everybody, welcome back to an episode of Trails to Daybreak 2. In the last parts, we stormed off into the Zect Arms building to find out any scalding information off of them, which we did. We took on a mad scientist. Well, we didn't really fight her, but we took on a bunch of robots and security guards. We got what we wanted. Now we need to continue our investigation because we're not quite done. Our buddies Celis and Leon joined us, so that's nice. We need do a couple things before we head out to the main. Continue on with the story. So we did pick up a side with her. There's a side quest that we picked up yesterday that we need to do. So let's bang that out real quick. Let's see what these two want. We're looking for Tony and Mina that put out a request for us. Is that you two? I'm from Arkwright Solutions. We got your forest PG. Whoa, you really showed up. See, I told you it'll work. Do you mind if we explain our request? Sure, I'm all ears. Okay, well, the thing is, there's this boy who goes to Sunday school with us. His name's Jed, and he can be a little rough around the edges sometimes. He skips school a bunch, he gets into fights with the kids. Definitely sounds like a handful. Yeah, he really is, but no matter how many times the adults yell at him, he never listens. But none of that stuff means that he's a bad person, you know? He just has a hard time expressing himself. Anyway, the problem is that Jed's... Well, 3 days ago he stopped coming to school, and we haven't really seen him since. He stopped coming without saying a word to anybody. That's what we think anyway. I know he's got a lot of stuff going on at home, but his dad hasn't reached out to anyone either. Then maybe he really is just skipping school. I don't think so. See, Jed might not like most things, but he does like me and Tony. That's why whenever he skips classes, he'll still come out to play with us. But it's been 3 whole days since we've seen him. There's gotta be something wrong. I see. Can't blame him for being worried, honestly. Oh, right. The teachers have been acting pretty weird today. I think they've been talking about Jed. But whenever we ask about what they're talking about, they just say it's grown-up business and that we don't need to worry about it. How could they even say that to us? Jed's our friend! Anyway, that's why we decided to come to you for help. Can you please figure out what's going on with Jed? Look, I get that you really care about this kid, but I'm not so sure this is a job for a Spriggan. You seriously about to turn down a little kid arc, right? What a shame. They seemed like a wonderful opportunity to witness a Spriggan in action for once. Come on, Vaughn. I get this probably falls more into the guild's bucket, but I'm worried about their friend too. Wow, no pressure, right? This really isn't the kind of job I'd normally take, but it sounds like I'll have my hands full if I don't. Guess there's nothing to it but to do it. Sure. Can't say no to them. We'll take your request. Not sure if we'll be any help though. Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll start by talking to your Sunday school teachers first. Sound like they know a thing or two about what happened to Jed. Yeah, I think they were having a meeting about him earlier. Father Krenz and Sister Olga are inside the chapel. If you find anything, let us know as soon as possible. Alright, will do. My friend's gone missing! Oh no! Alright, what's going on here? Hey guys, I need to pick your brains. We don't have any proof, Olga. Well, we can't seem to do nothing. I'm going to the police station to file a report. Sorry to interrupt, but we were wondering if you could ask you a few questions. Oh, yes, of course. What seems to be the problem? Well, you see, I'm a Spriggan. We just got a request from a couple of kids that go to Sunday school here. They wanted us to look into where their friend Jed is. They're worried about him. That must have been Tony and Mina. They ask about him every chance they can get. I'm surprised he tried to hire a Spriggan, though. I mean, no offense, but you should really let the church handle something like this. And I'm not sure how comfortable I feel sharing information on one of our children with a complete stranger. That's about the reaction I expected, honestly. It's way harder to do this thing in Messaldam than it is in the capital, huh? I mean, practically everyone knows your face back home. I'll vouch for them. They may not look it, but they're actually pretty trustworthy. Although, given Mr. Arkwright's exceptionally dubious character, your reaction is understandable. Don't worry, if he does anything that would offend the goddess, we'll make sure he receives a due punishment. You really have it out for me, huh? Those robes. Are you with the congregation for the sacraments? Yeah, sorry for barging in on your conversation, but you were just saying something about filing a report? Why not ask these guys for help first? I'm surprised that you place so much trust in them. Personally, I still have my reservations, but, well, maybe this is Eidos' will. So let us handle it. Yes, we would be happy to have your assistance. First, let me explain. As you know, Jed hasn't been to school in 3 days, despite us trying to keep an eye on him. Having heard nothing from the boy, we made a trip to his house this morning to see what was going on. When we did, however, we were surprised to hear that he'd simply never come home in the first place. Sounds like things are worse than we thought. So he's completely missing then? Yes, and yet, Jed's father said he had no intention of notifying the authorities. His response to the matter was simply, I'm sure he'll be come back eventually. But after that, he also said something to the effect of, he'll be sorry for putting me through all this. Sounds like he doesn't care at all about his son's safety. Talk about a rough home. Yes, we believe it's possible that Jed's being abused. We witnessed his father get upset with him on several occasions. He occasionally comes into school with injuries as well. Not the kind you'd expect from fighting with other kids, either. However, his father claims they're all Jed's doing. He says he gets them from while playing because he's so competitive and quick to get into fights with other children. I know we just agreed to take this on, but maybe it's better if we leave this to the police. You think so too, then? I disagree. Yeah, going to the police is out of the question. For the moment, at least. What are you talking about? That kid could be in serious trouble right now. Look, the cops are going to deal with this one of two ways. Either they send him back to his old man, or they place him in protective custody. Plus, if there's not enough evidence, or Jed and his father have conflicting stories, the investigation alone will take months. In other words, any potential resolution would be brought to a standstill, and that would only serve to make things worse for Jed. I suppose that's true. That's why you should let us investigate first. I see what you mean. Didn't think you ever thought about that far ahead. It's just, I get why some kids would want to run away from home. Been through my own fair share of stuff in the past, after all. Well, I'm riding your coattails a little on this one, but I agree with you. That said, you're welcome to put in a report with the police, but would you mind waiting a bit? At least until we had a chance to do our thing. Yes, of course, we understand. I guess our first stop will be Jed's house then. It's the one right by the entrance to the back streets. Please do whatever you can to help him. Sure, we'll go see what we can find. Child abuse! Oh no! Oh, goody lord! Oh, goodness gracious me! Oh, hey man, what's up? Admiring, our graffiti's our artist's little ditty? Our artist's little handiwork? Alright. Okay, this must be the place. Yeah, it sounds like the dad's going to be a real piece of work, though. Don't you think it'll be a little tough to get info from him? There's no way he won't be on guard with us. Yeah, I think it'd be best if we formed a plan first. You're actually starting to sound more like a Spriggan. This is exactly what I've been looking forward to. Well, first we should make sure the ones doing the questioning are the least intimidating out of all of us. I got a voice recorder here too, just in case. Also, I got a job for Zeros. For Zeros? Well, I guess I don't mind, as long as you actually have a plan. Yeah, I'll take care of it when the time comes. Now, let's get the show on the road. You know, considering we were traveling together anyway, I figured we might as well help them out. But how are we the least intimidating ones? He really thinks he can get away with punishing us around like this? Still, I do think he made the right call. We may as well resign ourselves to a knock already. Yeah, knock on the door. Damn it! I was just starting to get a buzz on going. Ain't seen you around here before. You with the church? If it's about my kid, I already covered it with the others. Pleased to meet you. We actually just started working with the church here in Messaldam. We heard about Jed from the others. As his father, I'm sure he must be horribly distraught. So, as you see, we thought perhaps we might be of some help. Yeah, that's right. We want to help look for Jed. Nah, don't bother yourself about it. I'm not sure if he's running away or what, but it's probably because I gave him a pretty harsh talking to a few days ago. Give him a day or two, and he always comes back. Huh? This isn't the first time he was run away? I mean, 3 days is a bit of a first, but otherwise, no. Why do I have to sit here and answer all these dumb questions anyways? Wish that broad I was dating never dropped him on me in the first place. I mean, all the kid ever does is mouth off. Doesn't clean, doesn't cook. If it weren't for the money I get for housing him, he wouldn't be worth spit to me. You ought to be grateful he even has a roof over his head. This man's every bit as unpleasant as we were led to believe. Can't believe. Huh? Got something you want to say, Missy? I said I can't believe what a lousy piece of shit you... My goodness, where are our manners? Sister here has a peculiar tick, you see. It presents like verbal abuse on occasion. Huh? Seems like they were hanging on by a thread over there. Maybe this will work out? They did seem pretty unhappy about it all. But choosing them was the right choice. He's less likely to be on guard with someone from the church. I mean, after the visit they had earlier, why wouldn't they send someone else over? Oh, look at that. I think they're wrapping up. I see. So they're not actually blood related. And the only reason he's keeping him around is because of the welfare he gets from the government and the church. Shitty old bastard. Creeps like that make me sick. I didn't see any signs of a child in the house anywhere. Given the way his father was acting, it's likely he hasn't been back since he left. On a separate note, I admire your incredible willingness to force work onto others, Spawn. Truly an animal quality for a Spriggan. Yeah, sorry to throw you guys in the deep end like that. You were a big help. Alright, this next bit is up to our Xiphus and Zeros. You're talking about the scent of the house you had Zeros pick up, right? We just need to have him compare it against any other scents in the city using shard search. Think you can do it, Zeros? You mean he's technically a dog? I guess we're all set then. We'll take over from here. Guess we can let the clergy rest for a bit. Of course, happy to oblige. Maybe this time we'll actually get to see how you do something for once. All right. Shard search. Follow the blue clouds. All right. Oh. Oh, that's good. And a dumpster? This seems to be where the trail ends. The fact that leads us to a trash can doesn't exactly fill me with relief, though. Yeah, talk about a bad omen. But I guess it leads a lead. Now let's see what's inside. Right, here we go. So that's all it was. Oh! Oh, thank goddess! I was afraid we were gonna find a kid stuffed in there. You've been watching too many thrillers, Judith. Although I was also starting to get a bit spooked. Let's see what's inside. An old mop, scrub brush, and a large towel. All that, and there's also what looks like an old worn-out set of kids' clothing in here. I assume Zeros must have picked up a scent from the clothes. I'm sure they're Jed's, but why were they thrown away? The items are gathered together pretty neatly. Doesn't feel like somebody would try to dispose of evidence. Maybe whoever threw this stuff out just wanted to get Jed into a change of clothes. They are pretty dirty. Probably wanted the kid to clean up a bit. Do you think someone's trying to take care of him? That seems like a pretty likely possibility. The question is who? We should be able to narrow that down based on the contents of the bag. Yeah, this doesn't really look like your typical family's trash. It probably came from one of the shops around here. In that case, maybe it was... the bath! The bathhouse. Whoever works there definitely knows where Jet is. Oh, that makes sense. The bathhouse would totally have all those items. Huh, you're right. I hadn't even thought about it. I take it that means we have our next stop, yes? Yeah, let's go see what they have to say. Oh, boy. Alright. Hello, lady. Excuse me, ma'am. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Oh, certainly. What would you like to know? You're not taking care of a child here by any chance, are you? We're looking for a little boy named Jed. May I ask why you're looking for him? We spoke with a few people at the chapel who were worried about him. They haven't seen him for 3 days now. Yeah, we promised you to do whatever you could to find him. Is there any way we can convince you to trust us? No, it's alright. It's plain to see you're good folk. However, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you three. Jed just ran off a few minutes ago. The boy practically burst out of the doors like his tail was on fire. Did something happen? Well, you see... maybe it's best to start from the beginning. If you don't mind. I've been worried about that boy for a while now. You see, his father is far from being a good man. Some time back, I even saw him push the kid to steal something from the souvenir store. Then 3 days ago, I noticed him wandering all over by himself at night. I called out to him and I noticed his cheeks were swollen like he'd been beaten. I figured I would patch him up a bit. So that's how he ended up staying here with you. Must mean you're the one who had changed a different set of clothes. You knew about all that? Yes, that was me. I was lucky enough to have some clothes around the size that we usually reserve for customers. So I had him change to those, then gave him a meal that'd be easy on his stomach. That's very kind of you, ma'am. Sure explains what he's been up to these past 3 days. Which leads us back to him running out of here a few minutes ago, right? He certainly seemed to be feeling better. You see, I was thinking of asking him if he'd like to stay here permanently. You want to become his legal guardian? I'm impressed that you'd be willing to take on that kind of responsibility. Well, my husband passed away and my only son is living elsewhere with his own family. I hardly know what to do with myself if I don't have someone to look after. And in the end, it just wouldn't sit right with me if I sent him back to that awful father of his. You won't find any disagreement here. I was in the middle of asking what he thought of me taking him in, but that's when he's up and ran off. I'm sure he probably just needs some time to think it over. Well, I think you painted a pretty clear picture. Sounds like Jed probably hasn't gone all that too far either. Oh, I'm sure he's nearby. He's probably over by the lighthouse. I'm a bit worried about him catching a cold in this weather, though. If you don't mind, would you be willing to go and check on him for me? Of course, it'd be no problem. Well, guess we're finally going to meet Jed. Let's go. Jeddy boy! Jeddy boy! What's going on over here? Phew! Sure got cold out here. Hey, why the long face, kid? Who are you? It's none of your business. Actually, it's very much our business. We were planning to go take a bath over the bathhouse, but the old lady at the counter was in a bit of a tizzy. We asked her if there was a problem, and she said that she was so worried about the little boy who ran out of that she couldn't focus on work. Huh? I didn't realize. So, are you this Jed she was talking about? If something's bothering you, why don't we talk about it? Talk it out. Otherwise, you might never get to take a dip in the baths. That's an interesting approach. He seems very versed in dealing with kids, too. The thing is, that old lady asked me if I wanted to stay with her. She gave me these new clothes and fed me a ton of food. I didn't know what to think of it at first, but it was way better than anything I've ever had at home. Sounds pretty great to me. Why not give it a try for a while? Give it a try? How do you expect me to do that, huh? If I did, it'd be like I was running away from my dad. This isn't a matter of pride, though. If he's treating you poorly, it's okay to run away, don't you think? That's the coward's way out, and I'm no coward. I've never lost a fight. But this old lady... Sure, she treats me like I'm her kid right now, but it's all just for show. She's probably just like my old man. She just wants me for the mirror. Do you really believe that? Yeah, of course I do. All grown-ups are just liars and phonies. She almost had me fooled, too. Glad I came out here to cool my head. Came out here to cool your head, and that's your answer? You're an even bigger fool than I thought. He's got you so screwed up that you don't even know how to accept a little human decency? Hey, don't you think he's just a little too harsh? Yeah, she's really laying into him. Nah, let's let her handle this one. Why do you gotta yell at me like that? You're just like my old man. Listen, do you know why I'm so angry? It's because you said something wrong and I think you know what it is. What do you mean? You know exactly what I mean. That old lady is genuinely worried about you. She wants to help you however she can. She doesn't deserve to have her feelings spat on just because you think she's only in it for the mirror or whatever. Why are you saying all this? I know I overdid it by saying all that stuff a minute ago. And I know she's actually really nice. It's just... If I want to live with her, I'd have to explain to my old man. Look, I don't know what your dad will say if you try to leave. But it sounds to me like you want to take the old lady up on our offer, but you're too scared of her dad to do it. What you're missing is the courage to be honest with yourself. If you want to leave home, maybe tell some adults how you're feeling instead of trying to deal with it all on your own. Us, that old lady, and the people of the church are all here to help you. You said you never lost a fight, right? Well, you don't have to lose this one either. Okay, I'll try. That's the spirit. See, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Phew, I wasn't sure what that was going to turn out so well for a minute there, but looks like all that ends well. Yeah, that's one more case in the bag. That's a delinquent sister for you. Indeed, she's a lot kinder than she lets on, if a bit of a busybody. Alright, let's head back. I know I got a little steam there, but I'll leave the rest to you, Spriggan. Hey, no harm done. Alright then, let's go and get Angela, and then we'll have to head to the chapel and talk everything over. Away we go! Tony and Mina gave Jed a bit of a scolding, but the three were more than happy to be reunited. In the meantime, Von and the others sat down with the head of the church, Vicar Rodian, to discuss Jed's future. And that's why I decided to take the boy in. If possible, I'd like to become his guardian so that he can continue to live with me. I'm sure this would have gone much smoother if I had consulted with the church first. I'm very sorry for all the trouble. There's no need for an apology. Some of the blame lies with us for not doing more than from the beginning. Besides, it should be relatively simple to register him with your name and household. Considering it also sounds like that's Jed's wish, I'd say we can go ahead and start moving things in that direction. The real problem is what to do about his old man. Yeah, that's going to be the most critical part. You make it sound like you've already got a plan in mind. You gonna share with the class? Yes, if that's true, we shouldn't like to hear it. The way I see it, we got two options. First option would be to hand him over to the police. The second option, we don't turn him in at all. Wouldn't handing him over to the police be the obvious choice? I think so too. We already have testimony from Anjan, the boy himself, that he was being abused. We even have those recorded statements from when we spoke to the father earlier. He should be held accountable for what he's done. Even if he's brought in, his case won't be tried as a serious crime. If Jed was harmed to the point of nearly being killed, that would be a different story. But because he's mostly been able to attend school regularly, there's a likelihood that his father could get off with a light sentence. If that's the case, I can understand why you wouldn't want to get the police involved. But you don't plan to let the father get off scot-free either, right? Right. I'm gonna have to sign a contract. It'll guarantee that he not only leaves Messaldam, but that he never makes contact with Jed again. Well, certainly won't be a loss for the community. And if he threatened to expose his other crimes to the police upon breach of a contract, he should have no issue agreeing to our terms. That's a pretty good idea. But it also means that jerk won't have to face judgment. He can just start a new life somewhere else like it's no big deal. Even thinking about it pisses me off. I think it's most important that we make sure he adheres to the contract. And to be frank, I'm not totally convinced we'll be able to get him to sign. I suppose we'll have to rely on a Spriggan's experience once more. I imagine there's no clear solution to this issue. You're all much more closely aware of Jed's concerns than we are, so I'd like to take your perspective into account in the matter. I guess it's up to you, Vaughn. Well, if you want my opinion, maybe we'll let him off the signing contract. All right, so hand him over to the police. You get +5 added to your law meter. You have him sign a contract. You get +5 added to the gray meter. And I believe my gray meter is a little bit behind, so I'm gonna go with gray. I think we should have him sign a contract. Choosing what's best for that kid's future has to take priority over meting out a punishment to his old man. And from that perspective, if he ever tries to get revenge, we'll have our excuse to hand him over to the police. I see where you're coming from. You make a very convincing argument. Very well, the church will move forward as you suggested. Soon after, Von and the others arrived at Jed's house with the contract already in hand. It's stated the undersigned agrees to leave Messaldam immediately and never to seek contact with Jed and bring him any harm for the rest of his life. Any breach of this contract will result in the undersigned's past crimes being brought to light and reported to the appropriate authorities. The bit about his past crimes was a bluff on Vaughn's part, but Jed's father, sensing truth in Vaughn's claims, finally relented and agreed to sign the contract. Get out of my city, bitch! Get out of my city! Get out of my city! There we go. Chaos! Alright, that was done. Nice, short and sweet. Short and sweet. Okay, doke. Alright. Alright, so we need to go to... We need to go to the pier and check up on the chute. See what's going on over here. Huh, didn't realize there was a chute here today. They weren't around when we came through earlier. Guy's probably been moving the production here, there, and everywhere, filling things off the script like never called for. I swear, this happens every time it gets worked up. Makes me worry how the cast and crew are coping. Well, we come all this way, might as well go say hello. Hey, you three? What new scene are you working on now? Oh, look who it is. Judith, I'm glad you asked, actually. This little snow flurry popped up just at the right time. Picture this. Antonio, the young and handsome businessman who came to Michelle's rescue, was revealed to have been the mob boss all along. Now Michelle is about to fall right into his clutches. A twist like that against a backdrop like this? Phenomenal! Plus, now that they're here... Huh? I see where you're going with this, Salvatore. Putting both female leads in the scene at once will lend it a lot more impact. I tell you, this one really gets me. What did I just walk into? Oh boy.
どうしてアントニオさんがここにロンさんは
ああ彼はここには来ないよあのゴールデンブラッドもねさあ僕に鍵を渡してくれるかい奴らの計画を止めるために
違うロンさんは必ず来るって言っていた鍵を渡しちゃいけないともきっと組織の連中が奪いに来るからってアントニオさんまさかあなたが
やだなミシェル君勘違いしないでくれよ僕は実業家だよミラになることは何でもするのは当然じゃないかさて余計な連中も始末したし計画もそろそろ大詰めだねこれで全ては僕の思い通りに
はーいアントニオ言ったわよね女には気をつけろって
ゴールデンブラッドなぜ生きているやれ殺してしまえ
今よ
なあ貴様らこの程度で俺の計画が
あいにくだけどゴールデンブラッドに不可能はないの
絶対に止めてみせます私たちとロンさんで
はい、OK いただきました。
Alright, not too bad. Seeing a movie play out from behind the scenes is more fun than I thought. You could barely even tell the whole thing was off the cuff. My one experience! To think we'd have a front row seat to a performance by two of the most ravishing actresses of our time. Maybe dial it back a bit, fanboy. You and me are birds of a feather, Leon. Too bad you didn't come by sooner, or I could have given you the full backstage experience. By the by, I understand that Vaughn filled in for one of your cast members. Perhaps I can do the same next time you're in need. Hey, now there's an idea. With a pretty face like that, I could even line you up for a screen debut if you're up for it. Couldn't egg him on, damn it! That's the actor who didn't show up yesterday. Quite a role they subbed you in for, Vaughn. Yeah, it's pretty typical for a Gaudiac production. You can tell he's big on redeemable villains. Irredeemable. But he's got a different vibe this time around now that he and Llama are co-directing. Hey, what is this? A live studio audience? Quit lazing around. The scene's wrapped up, so let's get back on track already. Right, we don't want to overstay our welcome. Whoops, guess we got a little derailed. Sorry to get in your way, everyone. We'll be taking our leave now. Not at all. You're welcome to visit anytime. Our next set of shots is over in back streets. We'll head that way once everything's packed up. That'll place them right near the underground club. And you've got rehearsals this evening, young lady, so I better not see you and saunter in late. I know, you don't need to treat me like a newbie. I've heard talk of a construction job in that area several years back. Supposedly special attention was paid to the plumbing. Noted. Thanks, Grammy. Damn, your grandma's got some real street smarts. She reminds me a bit of Master Barkhorn somehow. Well, we mustn't let her kindness go to waste. Shall we be off? Come on, guys. Nina!
先輩にバンさんたち、それにあの人たちまで。あまり長引かないといいけど。
So there's something going on with Nina. Nina has been pretty, I wouldn't say sus since Daybreak 1 in certain scenes.
監督や女優たちの手腕だろ。
完成品はもっといいものになるから期待していなさい。
And Nina hasn't. There have been some scenes in Daybreak 1 where she's been just a little sus, but there's something going on in Nina's background that's still a mystery.
おばあちゃんの話だと水回りを工事したそうだけど。
Shard search?
まあ、それらしい場所をシャードサーチで調べてみるか。
Hey, mans.
そっちの個室に反応があったよ。
こんなところにあんのかよ。
All right, let's do it. There's nothing left. Don't think there's anything left for us to do here, so move on. Yep, we hit the jackpot. It's sealed from the other side though, so it's gonna take some elbow grease to get it open. Well, here goes nothing. Hold up a sec. Is something the matter, Celis? Don't tell me you're getting with cold feet. The hell do you think I am? There, I put up a barrier to keep people out. It'll only hold for 5 minutes though, so make this quick. Right, thanks. Can't wait to get this over with either. Ugh, the smell! I expect there to be a stench, but not quite this putrid. This escape hatch leads right into the shit lagoon. We'll just have to hold our breath and go. Actually, from a mental health standpoint, I would prefer to avoid traumatizing myself. Oh, yeah, I forgot you can do that. Indeed, this is a purification barrier. It cleanses the area around me and removes any foul odors. Shall I cast on you all as well? Save for Vaughn, of course, since he seems so confident he can grin and bear it. Yeah, real funny. Jokes aside, that's an impressive spell. It'd spare our noses, not to mention our laundry. Agreed, let's take him up on his offer. No sense in making things harder on ourselves at the stage. Ugh, great. Shit lagoon! Upon descending the hidden passage, Vaughn and the others found themselves in a pitch-black sewer. Using a series of barely noticeable scratches in the walls as their guide, they gradually made their way forward. Until eventually... Huh, so this is where that tunnel leads. We're on the western outskirts of Messaldam by my estimate. Looks to me this entire area would be out of view for anyone in the city. All these twists and turns, no signs of civilization, makes for a good getaway route. What do you know? This thing wasn't reacting at all before. I was starting to think we'd missed the mark. We're in the right place after all then. Whatever the legacy might be, it must have some connection to what happened in Edith. Yeah, we want to be ready for anything. Now, not sure I follow, but about that thing in your hand. We can delve into the map matter later. Our destination is nearby. I'm sensing something strange ahead as well. Proceed with caution, everyone. For sure. You guys do the same. Alright. Get ourselves healed up. Alright. Guys got some moves. Alright, not too bad. Got the moves. I'll take all that. Thank you. Damn fish.
たわいのない相手ね。
海だ。ちょっと風が強いね。こんなところにルカ君のお父さんが。
アルマーダ最後の構成員。見つけたらあの子にも合わせてあげたいわね。
まあ、そうだな。チャンスだ。一気に決めるぞ。
Damn drone. Ow. Fish are down.
行くぜ。
行くわよ。
では片付けましょうか。
強敵だな。気をつけ。さあ、始めるか。
畳みかける。
Damn bug. Whoa. He's got the stomps. Alright. Guy was charging up. Let's go this way. I don't know magic. Who needs magic? Like that. Diamond ring. Alright. Fishing! I don't need no fishing break. I don't fish. Alright. Oh, look at them all. Alright. Take that. Damn fish. Alright. Give me all that. No, it was a rabble. Alright. These assholes are gonna move, I guarantee it. They're super weak to Earth. Watch, they're gonna move. I guarantee they're gonna. Yeah. Oh, I still might be able to hit them. See, that's just rude. Alright. Alright. Burn and damage up. Nice! So apparently you can steal criticals now. Steal the field. So like this guy has a critical next turn. So in in Daybreak 1, you couldn't steal the field bonuses, but supposedly you can do that here in this game again. No, I was lied to. I was downright lied to. Thought you were able to, but I guess not. I was lied. Whoever told me that is a dirty liar. Nice! Alright. 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 Dead! I was lied to. I thought you could steal AT bonuses again. I was lied to. Back in Messaldam.
Yosh! 今のリハはいい感じじゃ。この熱量のままカメラを。
もう少し下っ腹の呼吸を意識してみな。
はい。
あの連中は。
この先のクラブで間違いないのね。
ええ、昨晩の連中が確かに入っていったと。
突撃！何が何でも見つけ出すのよ。データを取り返して遺産を奪って捕らえて実験台にして。
どけどけ！
なんじゃ？
困ります。ただいま撮影中でして。
ようガキども、ちょいと老いたが過ぎるんじゃないかい？
あ？なんだこのババア。
Oh shit! Oh, I thought she was packing heat. Like, oh shit!
ま、踏ん張りな。
Whoa, she's packing heat.
いいエキストラが入ったじゃないか。ほらほら、踊りな踊りね。ロンドのステップでね。
昨日に続いてもう嫌だ。
やっぱりかっこいいです、ドミニクさん。
Good lord.
それに。
カメラ回せ回せ！全部記録しておくんじゃ！
なんなんだあの老婆は。
いいからさっさとサツが嗅ぎつける前に突破を。
ゼクトアームズ社。これも任務前の刀らしい。
Who's this? Oh. Who's this?
あんたたちは無
Who's this?
造園を頼んだ覚えはないが、ちょうどいい。仕上げといこうか。
Jeez, how much heat is this woman packing? Jeez, good lord. God, don't fuck with Grammy. Holy shit. No wonder Judith's afraid of Grammy. Good lord. Fuck.
別に常時成功を使ってるわけじゃねえさ。全力で解放することもめったにねえしな。
詳細は伏せますが、本来人には過ぎた力、必要がなければ奮いたくはないものですから。
やれやれ、頼もしい限りだぜ。
God damn. No wonder Judith's afraid of is intimidated by Grammy. Shit, don't get on Grammy's bad side. Jesus. She's packing a lot of heat. Good lord. Oh, well, I guess she's not the former Grim Cat for nothing, right? Shit. Not only was she packing dual guns, but she was packing a rocket launcher too. Jeez. Good lord. Grammy's a freaking badass. Oh, bullshit. Don't do that. That's just rude. Prick hole. Oh, I could have done support. Rip. Well, it would have been dead anyway, so it makes no difference. Alright. It's all just metal. Alright. So who's the guy that helped them out? This is a mission. I guess that's a mission we'll find out when we get back to the city. I don't need no shards. Oh, away from that. Whoa! Alright. Damn drones. I got another beetle. Beetle bug. A single beetle bug? Gotta say, I didn't expect you guys to be so gung-ho about this legacy business. Chasing down the wild rumors doesn't seem like your style. Well, the situation is a bit more involved than that. In what sense? What? It kind of concerns you guys, so I guess you might as well come clean. But how's about we send that big lug packing first? Sounds like a plan. Alright. Nice! Alright. Okay. So it looks like there's I just noticed this. There's specific abilities that steal AT bonus. Interesting. Well, at least for her. I wonder if that's just for her or if there's other abilities like that for everybody else. Eventually.
続けやリオン。
それ。
Rude.
借りは返すぜ。
Alright.
逃がすかよ。吹き飛べ。
Right.
行けやセリス。
ホームラン。懺悔しな。続けやリオン。
Alright. I don't think I've seen the rest of your things.
いたつかセレストリーン。
Fancy.
許さないわよ。
Alright.
バトンタッチよ。
Swap
僕に
you
任
out.
せて。
さてどう攻めましょう。
しっかりして。
あなたに感謝を。
行くぜ。 終わりだ。砕けろ。スタンダ。行けやセリス。
発動。
おまけだ。
No, I could have had a boost or a support. Rip. That takes care of that. Now back to what I was saying. We recovered a bunch of artifacts back during the crash with the Genesis Tower. But before we could bring them back to Arteria, they up and vanished on us. Vanished? Between Dante and those 3 Garden Overseers, that's a decent number of artifacts. Indeed. Fearing a potential crisis, the upper echelon of the church dispatched us to investigate their whereabouts. They don't don't exactly bode well. Yeah, but with the way those things work, not just anyone can use them. That's one plus, at least. So there's a chance that Ma's artifacts are a part of their legacy. We'll find out for ourselves soon enough. Great, wonderful.
消えた古代遺物にアルマータの遺産、そしてゲネシスの反応か。
ま、放っておけねえ事態ってやつだな。
わかった。最後までよろしく頼むぜ。
I'm just coming through. I just want my chest.
警戒しよう。
I'm out of here. Whee!
これってアルマータの資材置き場。
どうやら目的地のようですね。慎重に向かうとしましょう。
Alright. I'm gonna wrap it up here. When we come back, we will proceed forward into the inlet and we'll see what happens. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.